first. Where's my clock? I'm tripping.
I'm gonna pay for a producer. Quick. I'm really trying to get to the point where I'm not even in my stuff. I'm trying to Byron Allen this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And be somewhere behind the scenes.
That's hilarious.
Pay some people who want to be talent. Like, I don't just be trying to be. You don't just want to be visible just to be visible these days.
Yeah.
Like, it got to be a purpose. Like,
right, I hear
I'm
that.
on camera to tell you this.
Right.
Buy it. Like,
buy this beard balm.
Right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Morning Woods podcast. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, you know what you have to do. You have to like the video. No one likes the videos. A lot of people are watching these. No one's liking and commenting on the video. So you have to go down to the bottom right now. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. With me today in studio, I have another podcaster. This is a very funny man. We've done a few shows together, and I've got to see him do his thing. He's a singer. He's a rapper. He's a great talent, and I'm really thankful to have him here with us today. You guys give it up for Sixx, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Thank you for being here. You showing your grill.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
All natural.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Should be way more women calling me, man.
What's up with you, man? So I know you have your own podcast. Let's talk about some of the stuff you got going on so people can go follow you and see what you got going on over there.
Man, I do a gang of stuff, man. I do a lot of stuff, man. I'm a vocalist at heart and a writer at heart. So, man, I got the podcast, Type Shit podcast. I also got the Type Shit hip-hop trivia show. You can check both of those out, Type Shit podcast, TYPESHITPODCAST. Music, I got music out, man. That's how I really started. I started in music.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was a rapper.
Really?
Dude, for like 10 years, from like the time I was 14 to like 25, almost 24.
Yeah.
And then I started comedy at like 27. So I took a couple year break from like really expressing myself, but that's where I started too.
Yeah, man, the music, man. That was definitely the starting place, man. 2004. I was really doing my own thing in 2004, and I linked up with my homeboy Skills, which is actually we got together and started recording stuff, and then I formed a group called Crack Sauce. A lot of people might know who Crack Sauce is.
Crack
man.
Sauce. Shout out to Crack Sauce.
Yeah, man, I got a song. Another person who I was in the group with first is my dude Skills. He actually Afro Man's DJ.
Really?
And I got a song with Afro Man that I wrote the hook on. He banned, he can't perform it.
You have a song with Afro Man?
Yeah.
Dude, that is incredible.
It's called Stay Off the Stage. It might still be on the internet, but it's about when he upper sloughed that girl on stage.
Really? Oh, so
So we made the song after that happened. After you know what happened with Afro Man. I don't know if you want to cut that in there or something.
No, yeah, if we could just pull it up on the screen real quick here.
But we made a song after that called Stay Off the Stage where he pretty much went into detail about that, and he actually can't perform it.
I actually saw a documentary on Vice all about that story and all about how he came up, and then how about was he with Epic? Is that who he was with?
I ain't hip to who he was with.
I think that had something to do with it. Like the record label was like, he can't do that song.
Ever since he cleared it up with old girl and paid her off because he hit her. He I think part of the
part of the settlement you can't talk about it in the song. Man, that's your comeback.
Fire song, stay off the stage, man. It's on YouTube.
Oh man, we're gonna check that out for sure. You guys go check out Stay Off the Stage.
Stay off
Sixx
the stage.
featuring Afro Man. That's crazy, man. That's so cool. You have a rich backstory, dude. I wish I had more time to talk with you about. You probably got a lot of crazy stories about like your music career before comedy, right?
Yeah, man, I did a lot of stuff, man. Ohio Hip Hop Award winners with my group Crack Sauce, man. We did a lot of work with like High Tech. Man, I just did a lot in the music that set me up for this. That's why like I show up with merch and stuff now, because I'm like, anytime you're on stage, man, you got to have something to give these people. If they like you, they want to leave with something, man. So you learned the business aspects of music and then brought that over to comedy with you. So what was the transition like, and how long have you been doing comedy versus music? So I'm interested in that myself. Man, I was really hitting the music hard. Like 2004 is where I really start like recording. All the way to 2015 is when I hit the first stage at Funny Bone, Liberty Township. So that was the first time I did comedy, man. I usually get a good response. I never been like outright booed. So it went good. And then from then I kind of like put all my talents together.
Yeah.
On stage, man. I might sing, I might rap, I might beatbox.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you do a different show every time I see you. Like
I try to.
You do, dude. So that gives people a thing to look forward to because they're like, oh, this isn't. I want to go in the room and watch this guy's act. It's not going to be the same set I saw last weekend.
Nah, man. I try not to do that, man. And you asked how I got started. Really, how I got started is like fighting social anxiety. This shit be bugging me. Like you ever have anxiety?
Yeah, dude. Like right now, I have anxiety.
My booty hole been squinched tight like this since I was a kid, bro. And I don't understand. Like I do like reflection, and I try to figure out why it's been like that for so long. But like my whole life, I feel like I've been having a panic attack. My whole life. So like 2015, it just get to the point. It's almost like some David Goggins type shit. Like why am I always nervous? Like I gotta figure out how to beat this. A lot of my nervousness was coming from like just being socially awkward and not knowing how to. I mean, you know what you want to express to people, but like it don't come out like that when you like talking to people. So I'm like, man, I'm about to just get on stage and just work this shit out, bruh. Because I can't keep feeling like this all the time. This cannot happen. This is going to affect my testosterone production.
Yeah, dude.
If I let this keep going like this, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel the same way, dude. I feel very similar in the fact that like I was really misunderstood most of my life, and like I was kind of thought of as a weirdo.
Yeah.
More so than like funny or silly, but there were times where like people that were close to me, I would make them laugh.
Yeah.
But I was just, and my raps were cool, and I just liked hip hop, and I just grew up in like the Eminem 8 Mile era, and you know what I mean? So that was just like my idol at the time. So that's where my childhood took me, and it was the only way I could really express myself, I thought, at the time, because I didn't really know. I never thought I could be a stand-up and be in like a collared shirt and have people like want to pay to see me or anything. I just was like, I'm just a fucking... I'm just a white trash kid just trying to talk shit on the mic, just expressing myself,
Yeah.
That's all I had. It was like poetry and stuff like that. So I feel like that too, man. And just one day it clicked, like, I actually worked with this guy named Nick Taylor. You ever heard of him? He lives in New York now, but he's a Dayton guy at the time. But he invited me to a show. I gave him a mixtape. And he was like, invited me to a show. And I was like, dude, are you a rapper too? And he was like, no, I'm a stand-up comedy. Do stand-up comedy. And I was like, okay. I was like, so I brought my whole family, and we like all go out and see this dude. It's his first weekend ever hosting at Wiley's. Yeah. And he actually killed it, dude. Like he did really well. And I was like, I was like, this dude that I'm working with, he's just a regular guy like me. I was like, maybe this is my lane too. I was like, maybe if he could do it, maybe I could do it. Maybe, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how it started for me too, bro. It was like nobody ever understood me or anything, but I always had like a different way of looking at life. And now that really adds to my style on stage, and it really adds to the stuff that I talk about in the podcast and stuff. It's like thinking outside the box maybe is not highly regarded where I come from, but like I feel like now I'm able to use it to my advantage, honestly. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like things that used to stunt you, or you're now able to use them to your advantage in comedy in your current career?
Definitely, man. I definitely see like all the weird parts about me. It's really what make you into like your own superhero. Otherwise, you just the same person everybody else is, wearing the same shoes, doing the same thing, living the same life, man. My number one thing is to not be like anybody else, man. That's really what I focus on, man, because it's annoying. It's annoying when you in high school and you see 30 people come down in the hall in the same Jordans because they just can't. It's like, bruh, like what type of follow? So I really like,
or the same Hollister T-shirt, depending on what high school you went to.
Yeah.
You guys all wearing Abercrombie.
Yeah, man. But it's just like, man. And I feel like it's all about this is really a journey to like help project that.
Yeah.
Embracing it and then projecting it.
Your uniqueness. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like otherwise the things that we hide a lot of times, the things we ashamed of, or like the things that you might have a talent that nobody else knows. That's what's really making you different, and it make you stand out to other people, man. So, that's what I try to do now.
Yeah, do you have a word of advice for other young creators or other comics that are listening to this, or like rappers or anything, like to try to just hone your craft and find yourself? Like what got you there? Because I can see you on stage, dude, and you're A1. Like your game is on point. Like you're singing, you're talking different stuff every time. So it's like you're definitely batting for the fucking fields, dude. So I'm saying, like, how can you get there mentally? Like with your anxiety and everything, how can you, do you have any advice for other people that might be suffering anxiety who also want to be living their dreams and doing their thing and using all their weirdness to their ultimate advantage?
Man, I feel like something that I'm figuring out in life is like the biggest, it's like the longest October 31st. Life is like the longest Halloween ever, man. Yeah. And people who actually immerse themselves into a certain character. Okay. And if you can believe it too, yeah, you innately gonna start becoming that character, man. So like, I would say, find you a good character to latch on to, somebody that you want to be. Like, I know in the beginning of my life, man, I latched on to a victim mindset, man. And the older I got, I started to see that it didn't serve me, man. Because the victim, a lot of times people play victim, man, because it allow you to be good at manipulation. So you get a lot of things that you think you want. Yeah. But you don't have those building blocks to make you accountable. Yes. And then you end up not being who you want to be. So like, get you a character, man. Get you a nice character that you want to be, man. Some with some integrity, some stand-upness to it. Yeah. And man, just clean that character, immerse yourself into it, and still be yourself, man. If you funny, man, be funny. Stop running away from yourself, man. Man, stop creating memories you don't want to remember. Yeah. Bruh, like, that's powerful. It's a lot of different things. It's just, man, I know one of the first things I told myself is like, man, you just got to figure out how to be the realest, most solid person in the room at all times, man. And a lot of that'll start making you be self-reflective, which is going to essentially make you more accountable, which is going to start making you into who you want to be, because you can't keep doing certain stuff mentally that you was able to do before. Man, just focus on being a better person with the least amount of flaws as possible that you gonna put on yourself, and you'll start becoming who you want to be, man. Wow, man, that's crazy. That's powerful stuff, dude. With all that, it came out right. I think it did, dude. I think you definitely moved me. With all that in mind, do you think life is some sort of simulation or a game? Because I know you like said it in a metaphorical way, but do you think we could be in a simulation, or do you think this is all organic? I think people don't understand how empowered they are, and how like your willingness to stick to something and just carry out, or just whatever you want to do, whether it's good or bad, man, if you stick to it, man, you're going to eventually accomplish it. I think a lot of people run from that accountability, man. The problem is accountability, man. The problem and the solution in life is accountability, bro. So it's just like, I think people just need to think more about what they're doing and really step into I'll be saying sometimes like, man, hey, man, God is trying to make you into who you want to be, but you got to be willing to give up certain stuff that essentially is probably going to be the stuff you like the most. Yeah. Jesus gave up his son. You think you want to kill that nigga? God gave up his only son, man. He like, man, you can give up smoking, man. I ain't got a son, bro. You can give up Call of Duty. You get, bro, I'm so ready to sell my PlayStation. I feel like it holds me back from editing stuff sometimes because it's right there next to my gear. It might be real. It might be true. I'm ready to get rid of it. I'm serious. Hey man, and you never know how that sacrifice is gonna be rewarded, or at least for a time. Because I quit smoking for a while back. THC or anything like that. Yeah. I quit for a solid 4.5, almost 5 weeks, and I felt clear minded, and I felt like I was able to reapproach it now a little more healthily, where I'm not
not constantly blasted all day long.
Yeah.
Like where I used to want to be, but my tolerance was so high that it was getting in the way of my life. And so like I think maybe just stepping back from things even for a time until you can reposition yourself, to use your words, in a better place, you know?
Yeah, man, because I think, man, I think that's tight, man. Like, a lot of it's going to take some sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Dude, so not to we're gonna get off of this like somber tone real quick, but I want to talk about if you got any shows coming up or anything that you can plug for people that might want to come see you live.
Man, let's see, was it April? May 23rd? No, May. You can check my website too, man. sixxsensemedia.com, SIXXSENSEMEDIA.com. But I got Queen City Radio coming up. This might already be out by the time this happened, but I got that tomorrow. May 5th, I'm in Dayton again, doing a corporate show. It's gonna be for some church people, so it's gonna be interesting.
That's crazy. So you have to work clean.
Yeah, man.
Wow, dude. So you could do clean material too.
Yeah, I really want to go to straight clean.
That's good.
If you funny and your stuff is clean, that means you hilarious.
Yeah, you're silly enough where I think you could do it. Some guys are so good you don't even notice it. Like you would never, like unless someone told you, you wouldn't know that Nate Bargatze or like Brian Regan. You wouldn't think that they're a clean comic just because they're so funny.
Man, I think Sinbad
too.
I think Sinbad is might be he like top 3, bruh.
Yeah.
And he clean, so it's like, man, you gotta be hilarious if you clean, man. Who was your favorite?
Man.
Top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Top 3 living or dead? Or
yeah.
Man, I would say Chappelle is probably my favorite comic. I would say he's the one that really when I was a kid that I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Like this guy is like, this is why I remember too, because even before I saw his stand up, like my parents and my brothers, they used to talk about him like this guy from Dayton is doing movies, right? Like he was when they watched the movie Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
He played a quick little cameo in that,
yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, that's that dude. We seen him at the club." And so it was like this thing in my head, like, why is everybody paying attention to this? Like my whole family was like, we know this guy. Basically, he's from where we're from.
Yeah.
And then I saw his stand up a few years later when I got a little bit older. So I just feel like, just from my personal opinion, just definitely Chappelle. I would put Rogan up there at number 2.
You think Joe Rogan is funny?
I think he's one of the funniest guys ever, dude. I'm such a big fan of his, especially his early work, bro. That I'm influenced by the way he structures his jokes and the stuff that he says. I feel like I kind of take from that a little bit, honestly.
He make me aggravated how calm he try to come off, man.
Oh, because he's so aggressive and he's on TRT and stuff.
Bruh, like, I just be like...
Yeah, dude.
Somebody be like, I can't beat cancer. He be like, all you really got to do is, man, you just got to go plant-based, man. It's really, man. All you got to do is go plant-based, man. Yeah.
He's living the character. He's able to, like, Nicki Minaj characters.
He definitely is.
He does impressions, but he's not known for that.
That's what I'm talking about, where you just, like, you believe your character to the point you just are who you believe you are.
Like, he's talked to enough weird vegans to literally like embrace that for a second on stage and sound like him.
I never really listened to his stand up, but I listened to the podcast just because he talked to so many like random people with information.
The podcast is so different. I don't think he's that funny off the cuff. I think other people make him laugh or make him like riff sometimes, but I don't think he's that funny off the cuff.
Yeah, man. I think I'm struggling to find him funny at all, man. So I'm gonna have to go check him out. Like,
go watch Rocky Mountain High. It's from 2014. It's one of his best specials. It's before he got really big.
Yeah,
It's still in a club. It's in a club in Boulder, Colorado, and it's shot really well. It's like a 3-camera thing. It's like something you would see a regular headliner or a feature have. It's not like a big Netflix thing, but I think it's on Paramount.
I'm gonna check it out.
Rocky Mountain High. A little bit before his podcast really jumped off and everybody really started going crazy and he was doing theater tours.
Because he's rich as hell now.
Dude, he's very rich. Not only did he get that huge endorsement from Spotify, but you got to imagine he's still monetizing all of his platforms on top of it. It's not like they get to keep that money.
Yo.
They're just like come over here.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he's still getting YouTube money from the clips. And
his life is monetized, man.
yeah, dude. I'm going down there, dude. I'm going down
to the, what is it, the space?
The mothership.
The mothership.
So they have open mics on Sunday and Monday, and then Kill Tony is on Tuesday. So we're going to arrive like Sunday morning, settle in, head right downtown, bro.
Yeah.
Because they only pick like 18 to 20 people on the show, and there's going to be hundreds of people trying to sign up.
Definitely.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's the most popping open mic probably.
Dude, that's a place where if you go, especially you, bro, you're such a killer. That's a place where if we go and we have a really good set and we just happen to get picked and you get seen by the right people and you're funny enough, dude, you could get an opportunity.
Bruh,
you know,
you don't even know what the opportunity gonna be like.
It doesn't matter because I'll do it.
That's what I like. I be thinking about with just the music. Like I was nice at the music. If I just would have applied myself more, because it's like you never know, man. It's so many crazy stories I got. It's a dude that's from Cincinnati. His name is Sal Dolly. He produced. We used to do beat battles all the time, man. Now, this is just a lesson in just not taking yourself seriously enough or believing in the character you're trying to be, man. I didn't have a character that I could identify with to even carry out.
Yeah,
man. But I'm nice. But I'm nice at stuff.
Yeah.
So if I acknowledge my niceness and went in a direction, I'll be on fire right now, man. But
you're too humble.
You're too humble, bruh. Sometimes you can be so humble that your light start getting dim.
It took me until I was 33 to stop dimming my light for other people. I mean, like this year. I'm serious.
Bruh.
I'm serious. I felt like I was too good sometimes. Like I was like, if I really focus on this, I'm gonna blow this guy out of the water. I really feel like that. I had that kind of inner confidence. So, but until I did stand up, did I want to have that though? Like I never had it with music either, like you're saying, and maybe that's for a good reason, because then you would have been in a completely different universe on a different career path.
Man, it's interesting why stuff like that be happening though. I used to feel like, man, God be giving confidence to the wrong people. Like he give confidence to all the people with the money with no talent. They just be like, I just pay market myself all the way through. Like,
well, security is a different kind of confidence that you and I weren't born with. You know what I mean?
What you mean,
like
monetary?
Old money like that. Like that. Yeah. That comes with the confidence of like what just people weren't. Yeah, monetary.
I'm just talking about like the people who don't be having you don't have no business being confident. That's who God get a confidence. Yeah. The people with the talent always be like, I don't know if it's good enough. Man, you the coldest, man.
That's what makes you good. Man, being overly critical of your shit, how you gonna grow? You know,
I think that too, man. Because I used to be like, I'm glad I never got patted on my back. No bitches ever was like,
never. My girl's got nothing to worry about. Nobody ever hits on me after a show.
Yeah, a whole bunch of dudes come look me dead in my. Hey, bro.
Hey, you got Facebook?
You killed it tonight.
You got Instagram, dude?
Come on, man. Stop flirting with me,
bro.
You
on YouTube, bro? Can I get a picture?
Come on, bro. You got to let your mama give me a hand job or something, bro. Like,
we're in Iowa, damn it.
But nowadays, you would say, oh, okay, that's my demographic. I need to market toward them people who really hold you down.
Yes,
like,
dude. Yes.
Who care if it's a whole bunch of boys?
Yeah. I'm bad at that, and I'm sorry for people who have met me at shows, dude. I'm so bad at grabbing my things and running out the door. But I see other comics who are doing great on social media. They stick around until the end. They pass out cards. They handshake everyone. They're very personable. And I wish I was more personable, dude.
We can work on it and get there, though.
That's true. Because the talent doesn't lie. But at the same time, how are you going to follow up or get them to buy your merch or believe in your products or whatever?
Because the talent ain't all either. And it ain't enough.
It's not enough.
No matter how hard you are. You might be the coldest ever, man. You still got to know how to, like, communicate.
Yeah.
And people got to feel like comfortable around you to even want to be like, man, I could probably bless his life, but it's just like he kind of standoffish. Like Harrison, bruh. This dude Harrison, man.
I know him, yeah.
This motherfucker he just a person who you just feel comfortable around. Like, I'm such a watcher and a surveyor that I feel like I zone people out just by like, because I'm watching. Like,
yeah.
I'm not like sleep. I'm always trying to be like, taking stuff in, man. It's just little certain stuff, man. But I don't know, man. And I could go on about that more, man. But
nah, I hear you, man. I feel like we got a lot in common when it comes to like our ADD and like the way we approach people in public. because I'm like, I feel like, you know what I mean? I kind of noticed that about you too. Like we might have a little touch of the tism, bro, because I think I have it too. I'll be honest, like I've had people say that to me, like, dude,
I
are
be
you
telling people, man.
And I'm like, I think a little bit. I think that's what makes me funny and stuff. That's what makes me silly and see life differently. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Autism is, and I know people be getting canceled and stuff like that, but like I feel like my intent behind saying this was really gonna make it relatable, bro. I feel like people with autism are the real superheroes.
Yeah.
To have, it's like you always on Adderall.
Yes.
You just focus, man. I knew an autistic kid, man. This dude, he was cold at pirating movies and stuff off the internet. He very autistic.
Right.
13, the government sent his dad a letter like, "Hey, bro, if you don't stop him, we're gonna have to do something."
Oh,
but
my
he
God,
cold
bro.
at it.
That's
like,
wild.
He's the coldest pirate ever.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that just give you focus in a certain area, man.
Yeah, dude, it does.
And you saying that and just like, cause I be feeling like that, like, man, I think it's something slightly wrong. A little something wrong.
Yeah, but
and
not
for you
bad.
To be able to see that, it making me even more self-conscious about it.
It's not bad though, dude, because like I didn't embrace it either, but like having hyper-focused abilities is a good thing if you want to focus on like your career and making people laugh and doing it for a good reason.
Yeah,
you just got to switch your perspective. You're not going to be able to change your mind. That's how your brain works. That's just what we have. That's just what, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, dude, I definitely have. I have hyperactivity, ADD, and I think I'm a little bit on the spectrum, but I've been able to function. I can never keep a job or anything, but I've been able to function socially up until now. Yeah. It seems like I'm able to make friends at least, but I don't know about like other things. I'm not great at like, I don't know, man. So I feel you. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to feel weird about it. There's other people like you. Probably a lot of people who relate to you if you were more open about it and stuff too.
Bro, I need to start a group, man. We need to come together and
let's do it. Yeah,
take walks or something, man.
Do this for mental health awareness.
I feel like a lot of it is just telling yourself a certain narrative your whole life, though, man. That's why, and that's another reason you got to be so careful about the character that you identify with, that your mind is telling you that you are, because you cannot be that.
Yes.
Like, it's a lot of people.
It might have been shit you picked up from other people along the way.
Bruh.
TV and movies and everything else.
And people don't know, like, man, like, you can mentally start taking more control of your life.
Yes.
And a lot of people be playing victim.
Yeah.
And you way more empowered than you think.
Yeah.
To be who you want to be, man.
Yeah. When you stop acting like the victim, you can become a leader.
Yeah.
And then you lead by example, and then you help yourself and everybody else around you.
But a lot of people don't want to do that because, again, it's accountability. Accountability is going. If you start taking accountability, then eventually it's not going to be so easy to do the same things you was doing. And then that's when you be like, oh, I got to change. People be scared of that part. Like, oh, I got to do work to actually be something different. Like, and a lot of people they ain't trying to do that. They not even trying to look inside to even discover that they got to change something about themselves.
Yeah. So I agree with you 100%, dude. I think this is a good way to close the episode. I think this was really fun talking to you today, dude. I feel like we got some cool insight.
We got to do another one that's actually funny, man.
Yeah, you have to come back.
This is like a TED Talk.
Yeah, you have to come back. And, well, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope that you guys stayed to the end. If you did, make sure you go follow Sixx online. Go to his website. Check out his tour dates. Subscribe to this podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Peace out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can keep tell them your.
Yo, what's going on, man? This your guy Sixx, man. SixxSenseMedia.com. If you want to check out the podcast, go to Type Shit Podcast. Go to Type Shit Podcast on YouTube. Type Shit Pod on TikTok. If you go to Type Shit Pod on TikTok, I got a TikTok where I do nothing but Rick Ross impersonations. So you want to come see the boss? Fat boy, you need a 10-piece. Come to my TikTok. Believe that. Music, you check out my album Inner Space on YouTube under Blaze, Sixx, BLAZESIXX. Inner Space, man, it's so much, man. And just keep looking for new stuff coming out of Sixx Sense Media. And I'm talking about, yo.
Shout out to you guys for watching. Make sure you follow Sixx. Have a good one. Happy Friday. Go to patreon.com/JohnnyWoodsComedy. Also go to reallydumbmedia.com. You guys listen to the podcast. You guys can look at other stuff on there. Book me